Are you? I hope you are finding this video in a good mood and good nature. And here we go. We have a little bit of math to work on, and yeah, it's gonna be a great week full of fun and learning. Let's do this. What you have in front of you right now is a little bit of what you have to know. It's a picture, and they're asking you, does this picture have rotational symmetry? And it's okay to ask, what is rotational symmetry? Well, rotational symmetry is when you turn the shape and it still has symmetry. Let me show you what I mean. Symmetry is whenever you draw a line, a straight line, down the middle. I'm going to do my best right now. And that wasn't quite it. Darn it. I wish I was better at drawing straight lines. But it's when you draw a straight line down the middle, and then whatever you have on both sides of the line is the same. Now, as you can see, I drew a line down the middle, and both sides are indeed the same. The left side has a little fin, half a circle, and a big fin. And the other side has a little fin, half a circle, and a big fin. You know, it's kind of like a mirror. You know, each side is a mirror image of each other. That's symmetry. So what rotational symmetry is if you can rotate the shape and it still has the same kind of symmetry. So I click it, I rotate it, whoop, I flipped it all the way upside down. I use this line tool, and I draw a line right through the middle. That was a good one. And I look at both sides of my line, and are they still mirror images of each other? Check it out. They totally are. Fin, mirror fin. Half circle, mirror half circle. Little part of fin, mirror little part of fin. So yes, even though I rotated it, it still has symmetry. That's rotational symmetry. The answer is yes, indeed, it does. Yes. Moving on. Here's an angle, and we've been talking about angles for a while, so this is kind of like a review, or if you will, a final chance to get this right. They want to know if this angle is acute, right, obtuse, or straight. This particular angle, I can tell you the answer on. But first, let's start with what's the best place to start, and that's a right angle. A right angle looks just like this. It's almost like a little L, and it doesn't matter if you turn the L. Oops, sorry about that. It doesn't matter if you turn the L. What matters is that it is an L. Trying to group it all together. There you go. What matters is that it is an L. And it doesn't matter if it's turned left or right or whatever. If it looks like an L, then it's a right angle. A perfect L. And this little symbol right here, this little tiny thing that looks like you made a box, that means right angle. That means 90 degrees. Now the reason you want to learn that first is because anything that has like a smaller mouth, like that, like see how, imagine this is a mouth, a perfect L mouth. That's a right angle. And anything with a smaller mouth, a small angle is a cute angle. No, not cute like, oh, it's so tiny and cute. No. That's the name of it right there, acute angle. And anything that's big-mouthed, look at this one. Big-mouthed, whoa, that's an obtuse angle. You can kind of think of it like obese, like big, oh, too big, obese, obtuse. They sound kind of the same. And right angle is kind of like in the middle, you know? It's in the middle. It isn't too small. It's not too super open. It's a right angle. And then a straight angle, well, that's probably the easiest one. There you go. Straight Straight angle. Anyway, so I've given you all that background info, blah, 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 blee, blue. What we really have to do is classify this first angle. What is this first angle? Well, it's not quite an L, it's not small and acute, and it's not straight. So all that's left is the overly big angle known as obtuse. It's obtuse. Quick! Which net, and a net is like an unfolded shape, will make a cylinder? Recall what a cylinder is. A cylinder has a rectangle body, but a circular top and bottom. So which one of these will have a rectangle body, but a circular top and bottom? Ding, ding, ding! That's a cylinder. Off chance, do you know what this would make right here? If you folded it all up on the lines? A cube. This would make a cube. Notice how all the squares are the same. They're identical. It would make a cube. Check this out. They want you to know what a line of symmetry is. Didn't I tell you that in the beginning? Didn't I? I did. Were you paying attention? It's a line that goes down and cuts the shape in the middle, so both sides are like mirror images. Does this line right here cut the shape in the middle and make both sides a mirror image of each other? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. This shape has a dotted line. That's a line of symmetry. Good job. And last but not least, the hardest part. Bum, bum, bum. What is the measurement of this angle? Oh boy. Let's slow it down and really look at this. Whew! To find the measurement of this angle, you have to do 3 steps. Step 1, identify the angle. Is the angle acute or obtuse? Look at these 2 black lines. Remember, obtuse would be an overly big angle. Acute is like the small mouth angle. This is indeed acute. That's step 1, figuring that out. Excuse my sloppy writing. Step 2 is, now that you know that it's acute, you have to ask yourself, is acute the big angle or the small angle? Remember, acutes are the small angle. Why is that important? You'll see in a second. You'll see in a second why knowing that's so important. And step 3 is simply this. Simply this. Making sure this line is straight on the bottom, and it is, and then following, you actually have to follow the other line. Follow it straight up or straight over. Follow, 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 and there you go. It took us to 2 numbers. Now the question was, what is the measurement of this angle? And this line right here will take you to the answer, but it takes you to 2 answers, 120 and 60. You have to pick the one that makes sense. What do I mean by that? Didn't we already discover that this was a acute angle and that acute angles are the small ones? So if you have 2 options here, 120 and 60, what do you pick, the small or the large one? Well, acute angles are small, so you pick the small option, which is in this case, between 120 and 60, 60. 60 degrees is the answer. If that wasn't enough practice, we're going to make one more video for this week, this short week. We missed school on Monday. Darn, I bet you just hate that. We'll do one more video and make sure you've got it. Take a look at your pop guide real quick. Does this picture have rotational symmetry? This picture and this picture. Is the dotted line a line of symmetry on this picture and on this picture? Is this angle acute, right, obtuse, or straight? This angle, this angle, this angle, this angle. They're all a different one. They all have a different name. You tell me which is which. Here's a kind of like a little riddle, and you have to figure out which 3-dimensional shape the riddle is talking about. What is the measurement of this angle? Oh boy, it's all up to you to figure this out. Look at this little angle. Look how small it is. I wonder what it is. It's up to you. All right, guys, that's your pop guide. Good luck with it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.